There is something in your kitchen that you use every single day, something that feels completely harmless, but in reality it could be silently wearing down your kidneys, little by little, without you even noticing. And the most alarming part is this. You may have already used it this morning. Take a moment and think about that. Because kidney damage does not happen overnight. It builds slowly, quietly, and without obvious warning signs. You do not feel pain. You do not see clear symptoms. And by the time most people realize something is wrong, the damage has already been done. According to Dr. Michael Carter, a kidney specialist who has spent decades working with patients facing chronic kidney disease, this is one of the most dangerous aspects of kidney problems. People believe they are fine until they are not. What makes this even more concerning is that the causes are not rare or unusual. They are part of everyday life, simple habits, common routines, things you would never suspect could be putting your health at risk. Today, you are going to discover 5 silent toxins that may be harming your kidneys right now, hidden inside your daily routine. More importantly, you will learn how to recognize them and what simple changes you can start making today to protect your body before it is too late. And make sure you stay until the end, because the most dangerous one is something most people consume every single day, often without even realizing it. Once you see it, you may never look at your daily habits the same way again. Let's start with something you probably trust, something many people reach for without a second thought: painkillers. For headaches, joint pain, back discomfort. These medications feel like a quick and easy solution. They are available everywhere, and because of that, most people assume they are completely safe. But here is what many do not realize. Frequent use of common pain relievers, especially over a long period of time, can quietly reduce blood flow to your kidneys, and your kidneys depend on that steady flow of blood to filter waste and keep your body balanced. When that flow is disrupted again and again, the damage does not happen all at once. It builds slowly, silently. Dr. Michael Carter has seen many patients who never suspected that their daily habit of taking painkillers could be part of the problem, especially older adults who rely on them to manage chronic pain, often without medical guidance. This does not mean you must avoid them completely, but it does mean you should be more mindful. Use them only when necessary. Follow proper guidance, and most importantly, avoid turning them into a daily routine without understanding the long-term impact. Because what feels like relief today could be creating stress on your kidneys over time. But the danger does not stop there. Now let's talk about something even more common, something that has become part of modern life: a sedentary lifestyle. Think about how many hours you spend sitting each day, watching television, using your phone, sitting at a table, resting for long periods without movement. It may feel harmless, even comfortable, but your body was not designed to stay still for so long. When you move less, your blood circulation slows down. And just like every other organ, your kidneys rely on healthy circulation to function properly. Without it, their ability to filter waste becomes less efficient. Over time, this creates additional strain on your body. Dr. Michael Carter often explains it in simple terms. When your body slows down, your internal systems slow down with it. The good news is that this is one of the easiest problems to improve. You do not need intense exercise. Even light movement can make a difference. A short walk, gentle stretching, simply standing up and moving regularly throughout the day. Small actions repeated consistently can help restore balance, because your body is built to move, and when it does, everything works better, including your kidneys. Now here is something most people underestimate, something so simple that it is often ignored: not drinking enough water. It sounds basic, almost too basic to be dangerous. But in reality, chronic dehydration is one of the most overlooked factors when it comes to kidney health. Your kidneys rely on water to do their job, Every day they filter waste, toxins, and excess substances out of your bloodstream. But without enough water, this process becomes much harder. Imagine trying to clean something without enough liquid. Everything becomes thicker, harder to move, and more likely to build up. That is exactly what happens inside your body. When you are consistently dehydrated, your kidneys are forced to work under pressure. Waste products become more concentrated. Over time, this increases the risk of kidney strain and long-term damage. Dr. Michael Carter often reminds his patients of one simple truth. By the time you feel thirsty, your body is already behind. And many people, especially older adults, do not feel thirst as strongly as they used to, which means dehydration can happen without any clear warning. The solution is simple, but it requires awareness. Drink water regularly throughout the day. Do not wait until you feel thirsty. Make it part of your routine, just like eating or sleeping. Because something as small as a glass of water can make a significant difference over time. But there is another hidden danger, one that is present in almost every meal. Salt. Most people do not realize how much sodium they consume daily. It is not just the salt you add while cooking. It is hidden in processed foods, packaged meals, sauces, and snacks. And while salt may enhance flavor, too much of it creates serious problems for your kidneys. High sodium intake increases blood pressure. And when your blood pressure rises, it puts extra strain on the delicate blood vessels inside your kidneys. Over time, this pressure can damage those vessels, reducing your kidney's ability to function properly. Dr. Michael Carter has seen this pattern again and again. People believe they are eating normally, but their sodium intake tells a different story. The challenge is not eliminating salt completely. Your body still needs it. The real goal is control. Start by paying attention to labels. Be mindful of processed foods. Choose fresh ingredients when possible. And gradually reduce your dependence on overly salty flavors. Because small changes in your daily meals can protect your kidneys in ways you may not immediately see. And now, we come to the most dangerous one of all. This is the one that affects the largest number of people. The one that hides in plain sight, and the one most people consume every single day without even thinking about it. Sugar and refined carbohydrates. At first glance, they do not seem directly connected to your kidneys. You might think of weight gain or blood sugar or energy crashes, but the real danger goes much deeper than that. When you consume too much sugar over time, your body begins to lose its ability to manage it effectively. This leads to a condition known as insulin resistance, where your cells no longer respond properly to insulin. As this progresses, blood sugar levels remain elevated for longer periods, and that is where the real damage begins. High blood sugar slowly damages the tiny blood vessels throughout your body, including the delicate filtering units inside your kidneys. Dr. Michael Carter has seen this pattern repeatedly. Patients who develop type 2 diabetes often do not realize that their kidneys are being affected at the same time. The damage happens quietly over years until kidney function begins to decline. What makes this especially dangerous is how hidden sugar has become. It is not just in desserts or sweets. It is in soft drinks, packaged snacks, sauces, bread, and even foods marketed as healthy. Refined carbohydrates like white bread and processed grains quickly break down into sugar in your body, creating the same effect. This means you could be consuming far more sugar than you realize every single day. And unlike occasional indulgence, this is about repeated exposure, daily habits, small amounts that add up over time, creating long-term consequences. The good news is that this is also something you can control. Start by becoming aware of where sugar hides in your diet. Choose whole unprocessed foods whenever possible. Replace sugary drinks with water and reduce your reliance on refined carbohydrates. You do not need to eliminate everything overnight, but even small consistent changes can help stabilize your blood sugar and reduce the burden on your kidneys. Because in today's world, sugar is not just a treat, it is one of the most powerful silent threats to your long-term health. Now take a moment to think about everything we have just covered. 5 silent toxins that are not rare or extreme, but deeply woven into everyday life, from the way you move to what you eat, to the small habits you repeat without thinking. Painkillers, lack of movement, not drinking enough water, too much salt and sugar, hidden in so many foods around you. Individually, they may seem harmless, easy to ignore, something you can always deal with later. But over time, they create a pattern that slowly puts pressure on your kidneys without clear warning signs, until one day the damage becomes real. In my opinion, what makes this truly dangerous is not the toxins themselves, but how normal they have become in our daily lives. We are not making bad choices on purpose. We are simply following routines that feel convenient and familiar. And that is exactly why awareness matters so much, because once you start noticing these patterns, even small changes can begin to shift your health in a better direction. At the same time, it is important to understand that this information is not meant to replace professional medical advice. Every body is different, and if you have existing health conditions or concerns, you should always consult a qualified healthcare professional before making significant changes to your diet, medication, or lifestyle. But if there is one thing you can take away from this, let it be this. Your kidneys are working for you every single day quietly and consistently, and the small choices you make today can either support them or slowly work against them. So start small, stay consistent, and pay attention to what your body needs. And if this video made you think differently about your habits, share it with someone you care about, because sometimes awareness is the first step that changes everything.